Sperm washing, it's a thing. What kind of thing? Well, if you are an HIV positive male and you want to have offspring, you can undergo a process called sperm washing, where it seems that they are able to take out 92 to 99% of traces of HIV in your sperm to make it so that it is more likely that you will not infect your partner or your offspring. So when you guys saw this, what'd you think?
I thought, one, it's fascinating how as humans we can do this, but two, HIV is such a fast mutating retrovirus, and for them to be able to wash it, I always go back to the question of, well, why can't they just eradicate this disease then? If they can find all these ways, like with PrEP and all these ways of preventing you from getting it, and then now they're washing it away, why can't they just do the work and find a cure?
Right, and they've done an amazing job in making it less contagious,
undetectable.
Yeah, and really like keeping people alive indefinitely. It's no longer terminal.
It's not a death sentence anymore. No.
So which is crazy. This seems like, which is crazy in a good way, very positive. This seems like, I understand better if you take like an amount of sperm, you wash it outside of someone's body, and then you use it to impregnate someone. That's different than saying like, all right, I can't take everything out of a person who's in a positive person's body, wash it and then put it back. I think that's the difference. It's difficult, but I'm always in an optimistic way shocked at how great they've done in terms of getting rid of this virus.
And I'm right there with you, Grace.
No, I definitely think the results seem very positive. But what I was gonna ask you, Jason, is do you think that, and I hope this isn't true, do you think it's possible that there are like rich pharmaceutical companies that are sitting and living better, making more money if there isn't a cure, and if they just have all these sort of pills that people can purchase so that they keep, you know what it's something, it's a very paranoid thought, but it makes me wonder about, there are people that are reliant on medicine and they have to buy that medicine,
right,
and that in turn makes someone in a pharmaceutical company who is probably out of touch with people who have HIV. I'm kind of speculating on that, very rich. So it doesn't feel real to them, and then why would they want to have a cure? Because then that money source goes away of people that need to have it's like they used to call it like drug cocktails, right? They have to take a cocktail every day, and that just keeps people more powerful and richer. So why have a cure? Because then that all goes away. Is that possible?
Absolutely, great question. Absolutely, it's possible because money. I've said this so many times on the main show here at Pop Sugar that money is the root of all evil. People just want to stay paid. They want to stay. They want to keep a dollar in their pockets. So absolutely, I mean, if you had to run a business and you knew a way to keep revenue coming in, you knew, and plus with something that's a pandemic, that's not just isolated to one group of people, that millions upon millions of people are affected by that need my product to survive. Why would I want the threat of a cure to
It sounds
stop
like the
that?
Plot of like a villain,
like Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So here's the counter argument: is there's vaccines everywhere. Like there's a HPV vaccine, there's a vaccine for measles, mumps, and a bunch of vaccines. So the most cynical way to approach it is they could come up with a HIV vaccine. I can't prove or disprove that. I can only then maybe by doing like subpoenaing internal records find out whether people within a pharmaceutical company have said, we found the cure, but we're getting rid of it. It's the only way you can really prove it. You'd have to say that the amount of money they'd make with a vaccine that literally every born human will buy, except for people in Los Angeles who think vaccines kill you. You're making money off of that. The only time you would switch to that is if the amount of money you make off of drug cocktails is less than you would make. And you do make a lot of money through vaccines.
No, I think that's a really good counter argument. And what I was trying to say is I don't think that there is a cure, that unless we literally are living in Gotham. Like I don't think that that's the case. But I do sort of wonder is the initiative more to find things like sperm cleaning, or is the initiative like we need to clean this? Like where is the urgency? And I don't know. And I think that it is kind of paranoid and cynical for me to jump to the conclusion that they just want to keep people sick because the rich fat cats in the pharmaceutical companies, because you're right, vaccines, if every born person, I can't even remember which vaccines I had. I hope my mom, I've never actually talked to her about it.
But Grace, it's not. Grace, it's not.
Know, Grace.
It's not cynical.
The only way we can prove that is to try to give you every disease and
which
see which one you don't get.
It's not cynical for you to think that because it makes sense, you know. And there, I mean, I'm sure there's been lawsuits and there's also been like things that have been. You know, glazed over in the past with companies who have done just exactly that. So that's not a cynical way to look at it. Actually, it's very smart. It's making, I think it makes sense. But for people to, it costs almost half $1 million for someone with HIV over the course of over a 10-year time span to treat HIV, to get the cocktails, to stay healthy. So this sperm washing it won't be available to everybody. And you know, and plus with the way insurance and people who don't have insurance now is going, it's probably not gonna happen often. But I just hope in my lifetime that there is a cure for AIDS. So my uncle died of AIDS. So I saw it, not to make it about me, audience, Mr. But I saw what the disease can do. And yeah, there's movies and there's all these after school specials and there's articles, but when you see someone in real time, and I don't know if you guys have ever been around someone who's died of AIDS, go from the disease, it's very real, God, I don't have the word to describe it. It's just horrible. It's horrible. Yeah. So for me, I would want. I don't really care about these companies wanting to sit on money and make money. Just find a cure for this because it's taken so many people.
Yeah.
You know, and that's all. That's it. That's all he wrote.